Let me start with something you've probably felt but never voiced. You don't just want sound, you want presence. The first week you live with the HD6, that difference hits you in a way you didn't even realize you were missing. This is for the kind of person who listens with intention. You don't just hear a track, you feel its dynamics. You don't just follow dialogue, you interpret space and nuance. You've gotten used to compromises in your audio setup, but deep down you know exactly when something feels flat instead of full-bodied. Before we go on, take a moment to check the current price and availability. Gear at this level doesn't hang around forever, because once people discover how complete the experience feels, it moves quickly. You probably knew it was time for an upgrade the night you cranked a favorite song and something sounded crowded, or when a quiet detail in a movie track disappeared into muddiness. You told yourself it was fine. Until it wasn't. That frustration is subtle, but persistent, and it's the kind that only disappears when you finally get what you always wanted. When these speakers are in your space, that tension dissolves. There's a sense of control that takes over. Sound doesn't just fill the room, it resonates with intention. Vocals stay focused. Instruments have space to breathe. The subtlest textures in music or effects show up without effort. You stop chasing clarity because it's already there. In real life, the difference shows every time you press play. Morning jazz feels warm and intimate. Movie soundtracks feel full without being overwhelming. Gaming feels layered, you hear footsteps, ambience, and spatial cues all in the right places. Even long listening sessions feel easy and engaging, because the sound isn't harsh or forced, it's balanced. This isn't about raw numbers and power charts. It's about how sound behaves. Bass isn't just louder, it's shaped. Highs aren't just crisp, they're controlled. Timbral detail doesn't shout for attention, but it stands out clearly. Once you experience that level of refinement, anything less starts to feel thin. Quick check-in, don't wait for stock or price to stabilize. Quality gear like this tends to disappear fast once people realize how much it elevates everyday listening. If you're wondering whether powered speakers can truly feel audiophile-grade, here's the real surprise: it's not the volume that hooks you, it's the effortlessness. You don't fight with settings, amps, or configurations. You just listen. And once you get comfortable with that, you realize how much tension your old setup caused. There's a quiet pride that comes with owning something like this. Not flashy pride, confident pride. You don't explain the choice. You experience it. Guests might comment, but you already knew the difference. Sound feels controlled and articulate. Music feels nuanced and alive. Dialogue feels clear without strain. Long sessions feel effortless. Your space finally sounds intentional. They're not built for casual background noise, and they're not trying to impress with exaggerated bass. This is for listeners who want purposeful sound that respects both music and space. At some point, the comparison loop breaks. You stop chasing specs and start noticing how comfortable listening feels. Don't let this be one of those upgrades you delay, then look back and wonder why you waited so long. If you're ready for audio that feels refined, natural, and deeply satisfying every time you press play, check the current price, see what's available, and step into a listening experience that finally lives up to what you hear in your head.